Good morning, students. Welcome to your English class. Are you not happy to be with the teacher today? Well, children, I am very happy to be amongst you. Okay? Today we are going to learn about something very beautiful in life, children. Something that we should remember, every one of us should remember. But before I tell you what we are going to learn about, I want to share a very teeny weeny story with you. It's a very short story. It's a story about three fishes. There was one black fish, there was one red fish, and there was one white fish. They were living happily in a pond. Okay? The pond was beside a village. Okay? In the village lived fishermen. One day, the red fish was swimming close to the edge of the pond, and she heard one of the fishermen saying to the other, "Tomorrow we are going to drop our fishing nets into the pond and we are going to dish out all the fishes from the pond, and that's going to make for good money." This little red fish, she comes swimming back to her friends and tells them, "Listen, I've got a secret to share. Tomorrow the fishermen are going to drop their fishing nets into the pond. So we must think about ourselves now." The white fish was all charged up. She asked the red fish that, "What are you planning to do?" The red fish said, "See, I have planned for myself that I am going to swim to the other edge of the pond. The pond was really big. And I'm going to be very, very alert. And I'm not going to stay here close to this part of the edge because here the fishermen reside. I'm going towards the forest. The pond where it is touching the forest, I'm going to go there right now. I'm not going to waste time. If you want to come along, both of you are free to come." The white fish was very eager to save herself. She said, "Listen, please take me, my dear friend, because I cannot stay here in this part of the pond too long, because I'll be caught by the fishermen, and I don't want to be cooked on the fire. I want to spend my life free in this water, so please take me along." So she happily took her along. And what about the blackfish? The lazy one? "Oh, who will go swimming to that side of the pond? I am quite comfortable here. God alone knows, she must have heard of some rumor. That she has heard it from someone's mouth. And now she's asking us to move our habitat, move our home. How am I going to do that? It's going to take such a long time, so much of hard work. I have to pick up my shells and I have to take all of them along with me. So I'm going to stay here and see what's happening." The very next day, the fishermen they threw the nets into the pond, and lo, the black fish got caught in that and kept struggling. The black fish kept struggling to come out of the net. But is it easy to come out of the net? No, it is not. So the black fish was trapped by the fishermen and taken away. And the other two fishes, the white one and the red one, were saved. Now, can you tell me how they were saved? Well, children, they were saved because they took an action right at the time. They did not put off their action for a favorable time when they want to do it. They took the action immediately when it had to be taken. Right? They were smart. And this black fish was lazy and was caught. Now, children, this is what is our poem about, which I'm going to discuss with you. The name of the poem is Just Be Up and Doing. What is up and doing? Just be up and doing is as simple as that if you're walking down the street and you happen to trip over a stone and fall, do you lay down there all your life and cry? No. You get up, you dust your clothes, you look around, ask for help, and then make your way. Nobody keeps waiting because time waits for no one. They have given a proverb in your book: "Time and tide wait for no one." What does that mean? Time waits for nobody. Once a time is lost, it is lost. It never comes back. You are preparing for your final exams, for your term exams. Mummy says, please prepare. This time is precious. You must work hard. This time will never come back to you. Your term end examinations happen. The results come out. And you see you have not scored very well. Can you bring out the time that had rolled by? Can you bring it up again? Can you again prepare for it? Can you again go and appear for the exam? No, it's gone. It's lost. So time and tide. What is tide? Tide is the wave that rises in the ocean. Can you ask the wave to wait? Oh, wave, please wait. Please wait for me. No. Neither time waits for anybody, neither the wave in the ocean waits for anybody. This is what our poem is all about. Just be up and doing. Do your work, never put it off for a favorable time. Do not pile your pending work. What has to be done right that moment, children. Okay, that is what our poem is all about. Just be up and doing. There are so many examples around you where you can easily understand that time waits for no one. Now, if teacher assigns a project to you, right, and there is a deadline given for the project when you have to submit the project, okay, maybe it's a week away. What do? If mummy says, start working on the project, my dear, you tell mummy, please wait. I've got 1 week time. I will sit on it, maybe on Monday, and I will finish it in a jiffy. What happens on Monday? Monday, teacher gives you homework and you're not able to work on your project. Similarly, the time passes by and you come back again to a Friday and when the submission is, and you have lost all your time. What did you do? You kept putting it off. You kept putting it away. So children, our next poem is Just Be Up and Doing. And we are going to learn and we are going to read about in the poem how we must never put our work away, how we must never pile up pending work, how we must always grab our work in whatever time that we have and try to finish it. Never give up on hard work. Never give up on our dedication. Never give up on our devotion to our dreams, to our goals that we have set in our lives. We all have goals and dreams in our life. I want to be a scientist. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a successful person. How is it going to happen? By piling on your work? By pushing your work away from you? Can you become successful? No. So children, our next poem is all about just be up and doing. And this is how we are going to do it. So in my next class, we are definitely going to read the poem and we are going to understand it even better. Okay, as of now, children, for this session, bye-bye.